Hey everybody, I got a new episode for you. Isn't that exciting? My good buddy Matt comes on this show to talk about his experience with music, as instruments he's played, the bands he's in, and upcoming show dates, and some other shenanigans like a puppy. So we hope you like this episode, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Stick around. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Get Brendan on the Radio, the only show that promotes me, Brendan, getting put on a radio station anywhere, somewhere, as long as I can talk. Today, we have my good buddy Matt Thompson on the air.
Hello.
And today, we are going to just, freeform talk about Matt, music.
Yeah, just life.
Fans, life, everything. He just got a new puppy who's here with us today.
His name's Mickey.
His name is Mickey, or Sir Mix-a-Lot, as I love to call him.
Whatever you want to call him, it's fine.
Yeah, and he's so adorable. He looks like a cow. What is he, Matt? Can you explain?
He's an American Pit Bull Terrier mix.
And he is beautiful.
He is beautiful. He's a little
So
white
cute.
and black dog.
Yeah. So we've been friends how long now? Going on 5 or 6 years, I think.
Yeah, at the very least 4, I know for sure.
Yeah, because we met through our friend Tyler, who was on the air before.
Yeah.
And he introduced me. He's like, "Oh, I got a buddy Matt who's a drummer, and he's great. He's in a couple bands." So I was like, "Okay, cool." And I met you and saw one of your shows, and was like, "Whoa, okay, so he's one of the best drummers in the world."
I like to think so.
Yeah, you're very talented. You're very musically inclined. We were jamming before we started recording, so we could wait for Connor and Kelly to meet your beautiful dog.
Mm-hmm.
And came up with a riff in 10 minutes?
Like, not even that.
Just wonderfully.
Just kind of sat down and the music came flowing.
Yeah. So speaking of music, how did you get into music? Where did you start with that?
Oh, man, it's been going on since I was like 3 years old, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember for the first time when I was 3, I heard Zeppelin and the
Yeah.
Beatles. And that was kind of like my calling for music. Like, that's when I knew I wanted to do this with my life.
Mm-hmm.
And when I turned 5, I started taking piano lessons, which lasted until about 3 years. But I mean, I was 5 years old. I wanted to kind of get good, play
Yeah.
rock instruments.
Yeah.
So I switched over to guitar. But hey, it's okay.
It's okay, buddy.
Oh, he's probably just here as Connor and Kylie.
Hey.
This is good for the podcast.
Yeah.
But
Hi. Mickey,
Mickey,
it's okay. Come here, buddy.
maybe you could open the door for him, just kind of let him just run around.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's fine.
he's good now. He just had a little spook.
Yeah, he has to kind of. There you go. Drink some water, buddy. No, don't bark. Drink water.
It's all good, buddy. Lay down.
It's okay. See, everything's fine. Anyway, but yeah. So when I turned 8, that's when I started playing guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, I was just very impatient. I just wanted to be like a rock star,
Yeah.
So I quit that maybe 2 years later when I turned 10. And then in 5th grade, they had the school band tryouts.
Yeah.
So I was trying out all the different instruments, but I mean, there's nothing in the whole orchestra band that's rock and roll besides drums.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the rest is history, man.
That's where history is.
That's where I picked up the sticks for the first time, and that was my calling as a musician.
Yeah, I think we all have to go through those, I want to try this. I want to try that.
Yeah.
I'm not good at this. Because I did piano first. Hated it.
Mm-hmm.
Went on to violin. Hated it. And then I tried clarinet and saxophone, and I was like, I don't have the lung capacity to do a winged instrument.
Sure.
Or a winged instrument. A woodwind or anything.
Yeah.
And then picked up the guitar and was like, oh, this is me. And then now I would probably try to do violin again. Yeah. But it's hard.
Yeah, you come back to it once you kind of get more experience.
Yeah.
In a more welcomed field.
Yeah, you can at least figure it out easier too. Especially when you go from guitar to violin, you have that already pre-existing finger strength.
Yeah, exactly. So, I did the same thing too, because once I turned 17 or sometime around there, that's when I started playing guitar again.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I just want to kind of branch out, try something new, kind of take the whole dig roll approach to playing drums and then guitar. And yeah, ever since then, that's when I started playing a lot more and started even writing my own stuff.
Yeah.
And it does get a lot easier once you kind of learn multiple instruments. Because you kind of get a better understanding of how song structure should be structured for each part, or how it kind of fits in together in the band setting.
Yeah, the more instruments you know, the better, always. Because it makes you, A, a more versatile musician for anything,
mm-hmm.
and B, you get a better understanding.
Exactly.
For sure. I loved the drums, but I just couldn't do it at the time. Like, I was just like, I don't know, I can't keep a rhythm or a beat right now.
Sure.
And that's all. I think that you have that skill, but you can develop that skill better. You can keep a beat is one thing, but you can, when you just completely start doing it more and more, you're like, you have that more liberty with like, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing here.
Right. Kind of fits in better.
Yeah. You're a little sharper. You're a little on time with everything.
Yeah, your muscle memory builds, and then once that's in place, everything else falls in place.
Have you ever considered doing like a weird instrument, like a non-traditional instrument, like the xylophone or the harp?
Well,
if you got a chance, would you learn it like the bagpipes or the harp or some crazy instrument?
it would definitely be a percussive instrument like xylophone, because I actually did play a little when I was in high school band.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I joined the orchestra band again, and I played like all the percussion instruments. And still at the time, like drums were just like my bread and butter. That's what I wanted to stick with. But if I was gonna play like and try to get good at like a different like weird instrument, it would definitely be like a xylophone or marimba, some kind of percussive piano.
Nice. That would definitely be up your speed.
Yeah.
You could just make those like PVC ones and do that. It'd just be fun for you to
I've
throw
seen
it in
those,
somewhere.
That would
Those are
definitely be a
cool.
whole like just project for me to work
Well, if
on.
Connor ever was like, I'm getting rid of the marimba, I'm calling you and being like, do you want this?
I would take it off your hands in a heartbeat.
You have the space for it too.
We do, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, our good old
Your
rock band
apartment's
apartment.
really, really nice.
Yeah. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, he lives over a business,
Yeah.
and it's what, an old doctor's office?
It was an old lighting store.
Oh, okay.
That's been in Oak Lawn since I think 1959. I want to say.
Not anymore.
Well, not anymore. Now since 2017. It was a rough year.
Yeah.
But
The economy took a real steep decline.
just a big old shit. But yeah. So that business closed down in 2017, and our landlord was trying to find a different business to move in there.
Yeah.
Because the way it was set up was the whole store was like this giant, long, just big old store. Then on top of it was the office that led upstairs that you can't like really tell is like upstairs or anything because it's kind of like secluded.
Yeah, it's off to that side.
Yeah. And so my landlord was originally trying to find someone to rent out the whole property.
Yeah.
But he couldn't find anyone. And then he kind of realized this is a pretty big place. I could like divide it up. So what he did, he turned the office into a living area, which is now our apartment.
Yeah.
And then he runs his own photo lab underneath us.
He has a photo lab?
It's a photo lab. It's called ZB's Photo Lab. That's his name, ZB.
Okay.
And so, it's just a photo lab where if you want to come in and get pictures taken or pictures printed up or whatever you want to do, you can make posters, cards, whatever.
That's not
I
bad.
don't know, just kind of promoting ZB.
Yeah.
Maybe
Go
a
for it,
little-
ZB.
Yeah, ZB. Kind of maybe lower my rent. I don't know.
No, am I right? Just a hair. Not much. Just a little bit.
Just like $10. That'd be cool.
Well, because we went to the show you guys did at your house.
Yeah.
At one time. What's that back area all about?
That's his photo lab, actually.
Oh,
that's
really?
That's the upstairs, like little like storage area. That he
Okay.
has.
Because, we're looking for filming locations for stuff. And I was like, that's kind of cool for like a warehouse or like a.
Hey,
What?
hey. He just hears Connor and Kylie outside the door.
Wow.
okay, buddy.
It's okay.
So you want an apple? Yeah, you like apples.
We are now feeding Mickey.
I'm attempting to feed
Not
Mickey.
Attempting. He is not enthused.
Nope, he's just he's really concerned who's outside there.
You.
Nope.
Oh, he got it.
Oh, there we go.
He's eating the apple, everyone.
There, he likes it.
Adorable pit.
There we go. Pit secured.
Yes, pit's cute. Where were we?
Yeah, we're talking about the apartment in the
The
upstairs
apartment.
area.
Well, we were doing like a filming location for Bain and Jenkins. I was like, oh man, when I walked into the apartment, the back room, I was like, I want to shoot something here.
Yeah.
It's cool lighting. It's a cool space.
It's like a skateboard rink with all like the chain link fences that
yeah,
kind of like
it's really
divide
cool.
everything.
Yeah, I really want to talk to your landlord and be like, hey, can we film something here?
Yeah.
It takes a couple hours. I'd like a cool fight scene there.
Ooh, that would be the
Because
perfect
it's
room
a
for
big
that.
open space
Yeah.
for the most part. We could do a bigger fight choreo there.
Yeah, it looks like some like underground like fight ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really does. So you live with your band,
I do with my band Roger This.
Roger This. We'll post a link to your website and some Spotify links on my page below. So check it out, everyone. They're really good.
I hope so.
Really good.
I mean, I think so.
They are top quality rock and roll, revitalizing music for me. Like, I don't know. I see you guys live, and I've never seen a band live that just has more fun than you guys. Because on stage, like you're doing your thing on the drums, doing rock and roll stuff. Reese and Jason have good chemistry with Max and everything. You guys have just like really good group chemistry that you can tell as an audience member. Oh, they're having fun. They're friends. They're not just making music. They're friends and they have good times together.
Yeah.
So that's really, it makes me more invested in the artist themselves.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, do you have any shows coming up? I know you do.
We have a show on July 20th at this bar called Bearski. It's in Indiana. I want to say Hammond. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Not a far drive.
Yeah, not far at all. But it's July 20th, and it's actually going to be a pajama night.
Oh, yeah. I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah.
In the middle of summer, I'm not going to wear I sleep naked, so.
I mean, those are your pajamas, man.
Those are my pajamas, man.
I'll be drumming naked, so.
That's perfect. You should just drum in your boxers. Like heart-shaped boxers.
No, naked, dude.
No, naked, dude.
You know how hot it gets up there on stage?
Yeah, no, I do. I've been on a stage once or twice. Mm-hmm. It just gets so hot up there. And dude. I can't imagine I feel like drums is the most exhausting of the instruments because it's more of a full body than anything else.
Yeah, you're like moving all four limbs just constantly.
Simultaneously.
For like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Or however long your set is.
I've hugged you after shows. I'm like, great show. Oh, you're so gross, but I don't care.
You go swimming just now? What happened?
Did somebody just spray you with a fire hose? Like, what is going on? You're dripping.
That would be so refreshing after a show.
Yeah, that seriously would.
Probably hurt a little bit, but
I would love for like, you know, the White Sox have in the stadium, they have that shower.
Yeah.
That should just be a thing for rock stars at shows. Just be like, I'm going to soak off.
Every single like green room, just like a little like chain you pull.
Little chain you pull and it just soaks you.
Yeah, just like a little.
At least for the top of your head, because I don't know about you, when I get sweaty, well, you're bald now.
Oh yeah.
You went to the shaved head route and it looks good.
Thank you, man.
It's good. We here at Get Burnin' on the Radio support it.
Thank you, man.
Speaking of supporters, we have to throw a quick sponsor in. Who? This episode is sponsored by music. Listen to music, everyone.
I love music, guys.
Yeah. It makes you feel good, makes you feel bad. Who cares? It's all rock and roll.
Makes you want to dance.
That was our sponsor, music.
Hell yeah.
I like throwing in silly little sponsors for no reason, just because
it's not silly.
It's not silly. It's music, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
So you recently got a dog.
I did. His name's Mickey.
Mickey, and he is a little cutie. He's passed out on the floor right now.
Yeah,
I love him.
He's still in the stage where he kind of plays, sleeps, you know.
Yeah, and you said you wanted a dog your whole life.
Ever since I was 5 years old. I actually, from when I was...
Tell us the story of how you developed this relationship with your puppy.
Okay, well, my brother found this dog like about a week ago. He found him with his sister in a dumpster in an alley, like down the kind of like down like the road from my parents' house.
Yeah.
So he found them. He reported them, made sure that they weren't just like lost or whatever. And they were just stray dogs. He got them their shots and their microchips, and then he gave one to my niece, and then this one's mine, little Mickey here.
Little Mickey,
or Sir Mix-a-Lot, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since I got him, he's just been a little ray of sunshine in my life.
He really is. Like I noticed he's just so playful and fun and has just wonderful eyes. They're like a weird blue-gray.
I know.
That is just so enticing. What did I say? I was like laying next to your dog, just staring me in the eyes, and I was like, your eyes are like a supernova.
Especially because he has white fur, so it just kind of pops out his head. Yeah.
He looks like a cow. He's white fur with black spots.
Exactly.
And his eyes are open now because he knows we're talking about him.
He hears himself. Excuse me.
Good burp.
Thank you.
That's a solid one.
That's the alcohol talking.
It's the alcohol. We here at Get Burned on the Radio do not endorse underage drinking.
I do, though.
Well, you probably shouldn't.
I shouldn't, but... Yeah.
Not publicly, man. Not publicly.
I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding.
Winks. And so you've got that show, The Pajama Party, coming up. That's exciting. And you're also in another band.
Called Pat Egan and the Heavy Hearts.
They are also very good.
They're my first band, actually.
The first band. So you've got a strong relationship with them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been playing with Pat since like late 2014.
Nice. That's a long time.
Yeah, because me and Pat Egan like knew each other for quite a while.
Yeah.
Me and him actually went to middle school together, and that's where I first met him. And we were always just kind of like school friends and whatnot. And it wasn't until like 2014, it was like late 2014. He was working in the Moraine Valley Library, and one day I was just going to the library because there's a little coffee shop, getting my coffee in my morning muffin. Mm-hmm. And he runs up to me and he goes, "Hey Matt, so I'm working on these songs. I just want a drummer. Are you cool with like jamming and like just kind of like filling in parts?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, man! I love the jam."
Yeah.
And so ever since then, it kind of started off just kind of slow, you know. He'll like come over like maybe like once or twice, like a month, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing like too serious. But it wasn't until our friend Damien joined the band to play bass, and the first day that we jammed with Damien, I had no idea that he was going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I called Pat one day, or he called me or whatever. It went down, and he came over, and I see this other guy come out of his car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I know that guy. I've seen him before. Who's that?
He's growling, but just staring at the wall.
You probably just see some kind of shadow or something.
Yeah. Or he hears Connor and Kylie, and he's just too lazy to move.
Probably. He probably just wants to go see them. But
So Damien.
Yeah, so Damien. So yeah, he walks out of the car. I'm like, is that Damien fucking Arundel? I haven't seen him since like 8th grade. And then it's like, sure as shit, we started jamming, and like it was just kind of like some kind of like magical moment between us three.
Yeah.
When it was just like me and Pat, it was fun, but it wasn't like really. Sorry about that, everyone.
Oh, I'm gonna cut that.
Little dog interference.
I'll just cut that out. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then what I'm saying right now is pointless.
Whatever. So Damien.
Yeah, so Damien. So so we all jammed together, and it was just like a moment between us three where it's like, this feels like a band.
Yeah.
Like, let's do this
There's
every
some
week.
chemistry there.
Yeah, let's keep doing this. Let's take this seriously.
Yeah.
And so we did, and ever since then we were Pat Egan in the Heavy Hearts.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good story of just like casually be like, oh, we could do this.
Yeah.
We got this. And then it actually, you guys do shows, it works out. Now, how did you meet Roger this?
So I met them. Well, actually, Pat Egan and the Heavy Hearts played a show with them.
Okay.
In like 2015, 2016, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
At Ashbury Coffee House out in Willow Springs.
Yeah. We are familiar with place.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was us, Roger This, and a few other bands I can't even think of right now.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing Roger This and thinking, holy fuck, that is the tightest band I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Professionally or locally, they are great.
Yeah, they are.
I was just so like drawn into them. And they're giving out their EP, Owl Right.
Owl Right.
Yeah,
I have that. It's a good one.
Yep.
OWL
Right.
RIGHT.
Check it out. It's on Spotify.
It is on Spotify. All of Roger This's music is on Spotify currently, correct?
Yep, pretty much all of it.
Yeah, except for unreleased.
Except for that, and we have this. Well, we have this first EP called "All We Need of Hell."
Uh-huh.
And that one we only sell like the physical copy at our shows.
Okay, is that before you joined in?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one and Owl Right were both before I joined in.
Yeah. I like Owl Right a lot, but I feel like I'm blanking on the new title.
Find Your Bliss.
Find Your Bliss is definitely where you guys are like, we know what we are now.
Yeah.
It's very refreshing.
That's
to be
where we've
like,
kind of found our.
You guys
our
have
niche.
found your place in this music world.
Yeah.
For now. You can always change your sound.
You could always fall out and fall off the face of the earth.
No. I'm saying, yeah, you could just be born into greatness and then fade into obscurity.
Yeah.
No, but it's nice to see you can change your sound over time too. Many artists are successfully good at that. But
I deeply
it's
encourage
nice
artists to do that.
Yeah, challenge yourself. Like I've always liked brand new because their sound's a little different every album, and blanking on other bands that do weird stuff. I like when like Steven Tyler did a country album, and I was like, it's not bad.
Sure. Can't say I've listened to it, to be honest.
It's not good, but it's not bad. Like he tried something. Okay.
He's trying, guys.
Yeah.
A for effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we definitely found that with our new album, Find Your Bliss. But here we'll get to that.
It is an excellent album.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Let's finish the story, the origin story.
Yeah.
So I met them through that show, and I always thought that they were just amazing.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I want to say, yeah, it was like late 2016. Reese hit me up on Facebook, like,
oh, nice.
and he goes, "Hey man, like, how's it going? Like, how's like your band and everything?" I'm like, "Oh, it's good. How's Roger This?" And he goes, "Oh, it's that's actually kind of why I'm hitting you up. We're looking for a drummer to kind of fill in for a few shows. Would you be down?" And I'm like, coincidentally, I've been listening to your music a lot. Let's fucking do this.
Yeah. No, and I remember when you told me, you're like, "Oh, I'm starting this new band, Roger This," and I was like, "All right, sounds cool. Like, it's more punky than Pat Egan is."
Yeah. Oh, it's a different genre for sure.
It's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, all right, cool. And then I went to, I forgot what the first show of yours I went to was. It was either at Riley's Daughter or it was the first one I went to was at the Beat Kitchen.
Oh,
where
yeah.
you opened for Bumpin'. And I
Bumpin'
want to say
Uglies.
it's the latter. I really want to say my first experience seeing you was at Beat Kitchen with Bumpin'.
I want to say so too.
And I'm pretty sure I watched I watched all of your set and show. And then I stayed for half of Bumpin' and then had to leave and go do something else. But it was a great show. I love watching you guys, like I said. But
Yeah.
so Find Your Bliss. Talk about that a little bit if you could.
Sure.
So
Yeah. So we were writing that album for quite a while because I joined the band in 2016. I learned all the old songs and just played with them. And originally, I was only like the fill-in drummer.
yeah,
Like I was like originally, I wasn't really like meant to kind of like stay in the band. They were just looking for someone to fill in for a few shows.
yeah,
And after those shows were over, they're like, "Well, we still want to jam and still do music. We don't really have a drummer right now. Do you still want to just jam with us?" I'm like, I would love to. And then it just kind of came down to the point where it's like, why not just play in the band, just as the official drummer?
it would be the best call.
Exactly.
And now you live with them, and so it's clearly working out.
Yeah, the chemistry was there. It was a good move.
Yeah, and I not that it matters what my opinion of your friends in the band are, but they're all really cool guys.
They're great
like,
dudes.
Reese has always been like, whenever I was around him talking about guitar, I'm always like, you don't really know that much, but I'll listen. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm not good at this. Jason and I had a really interesting conversation about music. Max and I also had a couple of words. He's very, I don't know. I haven't talked to him much.
Sure, yeah.
But I feel like he, whenever I'm over, he's not there. So I haven't really interacted with him much. But they're all great dudes.
They're
All great dudes. I like them all.
definitely helped shape me, I think.
Yeah, I think you're developing your skills more as a drummer.
Oh,
Because I watch you with Pat, and then I watch you with Roger this, and I see you doing more complex and more stuff that I feel like you enjoy doing more with drumming on Roger this, because you get to challenge yourself and push yourself a little bit. And you have such a unique sound to your drumming, I think, because I can always tell when I'm like, oh yeah, this is something Matt just was like, I'm gonna try this. Oh, it worked. I'm keeping it.
Yeah.
It's very cool. It's cool to tell that, like, I know all the Roger this songs by heart now.
That's awesome.
But like, because I listen to them, like whenever I'm like, I don't know what to listen to, I'll throw on Roger
We have
this.
fans.
We have fans, everybody. But I'd throw them on, and like I'd throw them in like a playlist with a bunch of other similar music. So I eventually was like, oh no wait, that's Matt's drumming. Oh, this is Roger this song, because I wouldn't.
I
really
have a
pick
question
up on
for you
it.
now.
What's up?
What other bands do you group us with? Just curious.
I have to check my playlist.
So you're lying. There was no playlist.
I do have to check my playlist. It's been a while. It has been a while because I haven't. I made this playlist for a friend and was like, "Oh, you should check out, et cetera, et cetera." And then I threw some Roger this on there. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure this is the right playlist.
Excuse me, everyone.
You are getting in there. Okay, so I not lumped you in, but like I put you in the same playlist with Bumpin' Uglies.
Hell yeah.
And Warbly Jets, Foo Fighters, and I'm trying to find more that were like, because I also threw other things on this playlist for my friend.
Sure.
But the chunk of music, oh, there we go. It was a lot of Foo Fighters and stuff too.
Hell yeah.
Because I always attribute you to Foo Fighters for some reason.
That's like one of the greatest compliments.
Your drumming reminds me a lot of some Taylor Hawkins.
Because he's my idol, man. Dude,
Called
like back in like high school.
So who are your drumming idols? Like if you could pick a big three.
Taylor Hawkins for sure.
Yeah.
John Bonham got me just started on the whole idea of just music.
Yeah.
And I had to pick the third one.
You have to pick a third one. The other ones don't count.
I know. I'm trying to think because there's like a lot that could kind of tie for third. I gotta put Vinnie Paul up there
From
Pantera.
Okay.
And hell yeah.
Yeah.
The late
For
great,
our listeners at home who don't know,
the late great Vinnie Paul. Rest in peace, man.
what about each of those drummers?
Well, John Bonham started me off when I first heard Zeppelin, like way back when I was like 3-4 years old.
We were both raised on the classic rock.
Oh yeah, yeah. My
So
parents
I
listened
get
to
where
that
you're
all the
coming
time.
from.
So
Yeah.
that's just my bread and butter. Mm-hmm. And like when I first like heard that, I was like, that drumming just sounds like nothing I ever heard from anyone
it's very
else.
powerful and punchy.
Yeah, it made me like want like to kind of like just explore music.
Yeah.
And then like once I started playing drums, I just always looked up to him because I always thought of him as the drummer. You know, I didn't really know drummers at the time when I first started, but I knew John Bonham because I knew how great he was.
Yeah.
And Taylor Hawkins, just because Taylor Hawkins writes the most simplest like drum parts, but no one could play it like he does. He puts so much energy and enthusiasm and like character in his parts. Whereas like it could be like a simple like, but it will be like no one else could ever play it like he does. You know?
There's the uniqueness to it.
Yeah, exactly. He just really puts his passion into it. You could hear it in his drumming, and that's where I wanted to kind of
with all musicians too. You notice when someone's just being insincere about a song, you're like, I don't like this song.
Right.
You have to put a little bit of yourself into every piece you do.
Exactly. You gotta give it that character.
They're like Horcruxes from Harry Potter. You got to split yourself off into different parts of your soul into your music.
There you go. Didn't really get that reference. I'm not the Harry Potter.
That's okay.
And it's okay. I'll go with it.
yeah, what you said.
Yeah. Right, Brendan. You've read my mind.
So Taylor Hawkins and then
Taylor
you
Hawkins,
said Vinnie Paul.
then Vinnie Paul, because I'm a huge metalhead. And I've always been really fascinated by metal drumming.
Yeah.
Because it's very intense.
It's
very
super intense.
Complicated.
Yeah.
And just very really well thought out because it fits every little niche that the guitar players are playing, the singers singing along.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's a different style and it's very complex.
Yeah, it really has to fit and also be involved. And there's a lot of metal drummers out there who just think that metal drumming is just going balls to the wall, just putting all your into it. When it's really not just that.
There's more to it than that.
It's still an art form, just like every other genre.
Yeah, there's something
anything.
to it that you have to do in order to meet that requirement.
Exactly. And Vinnie Paul really put that kind of feel and groove into metal drumming.
Mm-hmm.
You hear other metal drummers just kind of giving it their all, but he's just laying back in the pocket, adding all these
sick
fills and just.
Are there any drummers you want to talk shit about?
Talk shit about Mike Portnoy. If you're ever listening, fuck you.
What's he from?
He's from what's that? Dream Theater. Mm-hmm. That was this big band that he's in. Then he was in Avenged Sevenfold, and then they kicked him out because they said he was too good. Which I'm pretty sure is just their way of saying you're a dick, Mike. Get out of our band.
Yeah.
And I fully endorse him for that if that is the case.
Any others?
Right now I'm just kind of fixating on him. He's kind of a dick.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So he's on your uppercut list. We have an uppercut list, right?
Yeah.
He's on your uppercut list. I also know we share another uppercut list member.
Of Jared Leto.
I knew
my
God, I hate
that
guy. I hate that guy.
Fuck that dude.
I hate that guy so much. So we don't have to elaborate on why we hate him, but I'm really glad both of us are no, Jared Leto sucks.
But let's each tell a story about why we hate him. You could go first. Just so our listeners know why we hate Jared Leto.
He was with that Joker scandal thing he was doing, where he was sending weird shit to Margot Robbie, and I was not about there's a fine line between method acting and going way over the top, and that was way over the top.
Yeah, it was.
Don't fuck with anyone else when you're method acting. I get it, be the character, but don't go out of your way to be creepy.
Right, and don't use method acting as an excuse.
Yeah, you're just being a weirdo. Yeah. Your story. I like this story better than my reason.
So I first saw, and the first and only time I will ever see, 30 Seconds to Mars was at Picnic in 2014.
Yeah.
And the whole reason why I went to Picnic that year is because Local H was playing. And they're
Local H is your favorite band, right?
My favorite band from Chicago.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to see them, and they were awesome. And then after them, it was AFI, and then 30 Seconds to Mars, and then Linkin Park headlined.
Yeah, so you had to stick around.
Yeah. And so 90% of the people there were there for Linkin Park.
Yeah.
And during 30 Seconds to Mars set, he maybe the third song in, he stops the show, stops everything, and calls out one dude in the pit who is clearly there for Linkin Park because he's all dressed up in Linkin Park attire.
Yeah, as one would when they go to see their band.
Exactly. And he's not being a dick or anything. He's just not really into 30 Seconds to Mars. He's just sticking it out.
Who is, really?
No one is.
No one. You're just lying to yourselves.
Yeah, only Jared Leto is. His band isn't even in that band.
Yeah, they're just getting a paycheck.
Exactly. But he stops this whole entire show and calls out this guy for not getting into it or dancing or singing along. I'm like, Jared, it's not your fucking show.
Yeah.
Linkin Park's headlining.
Yeah, so why don't you just get on out of here?
Yeah, and
pretty boy.
If a fan's being a dick and you want to call him out, more power to you.
That's one thing. If they're heckling you,
yeah,
or whatever, throwing things, what have you. But if they're just
minding their own
business,
and just letting you play, and they want to see the band after you that everyone there is there to see.
Be respectful.
Yeah, let them just have a good time.
Yeah,
let them just be there in the moment.
You can't get over the fact that he doesn't like your music.
Right.
Jesus.
Because you can't write good songs, Jared Leto. You wrote one good song.
What is the one good song?
The Kill. That's the one song by 30 Seconds to Mars I'll listen to.
How does that one go?
It's like, come, break.
Yeah, I like that song. And I think I like the lyrics of that song and the way he sings it, but everything else I'm just like.
But also
other 30 Seconds to Mars songs I'm not about.
They played that song during Picnic, but they played a stripped down acoustic version of it that was only like half the length. I'm like,
that's silly.
You ruined your one good song.
Yeah, it's
you had one
terrible.
chance to redeem this whole entire set list, and you ruined it.
And
Jared
you
Leto
soiled it.
He fucking did. He pissed all over it.
So we talked about your musical inspiration. We've talked about your bands. We've talked about upcoming shows. Do you have any upcoming Pat Egan shows?
Our next one's going to be August 10th at Bourbon Street.
That
one is the Southside Music Festival.
Oh.
It's going to be us and 5 other bands.
I might be able to go that one because my sister's engagement party is the day after. So I might just spend the weekend on the south side.
Party it up, man. Have a party weekend.
Shakanana, brah.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited for that. So it's Pat Egan and 4 other bands? Or 5 other bands?
Yeah, it's us, Railway Gamblers, Harlem Natural, I want to say, the Deadbolts, Dead Licks, and why am I blanking on this last name? They're a really good band. South City Revival.
Okay, right on. Well,
they're all from the South Side. All great bands. You should all check them out.
Yeah, definitely. If you can, I can try to find those links. If not, you want to forward me them.
For sure.
We can get them on my YouTube and get some listeners, hopefully.
Hell yeah.
You're having a good summer so far. It seems like you got a puppy. You got some shows coming up.
Yeah, it's been pretty good actually.
Yeah,
just trying to work and stay afloat.
Yeah, and you're gonna go back to culinary school.
Yeah, I'm planning on that.
Yeah, you are. You got it. Achieve your dreams.
It's
man.
happening, man.
Well, you can be a chef and a rock star. It all works, man.
Yeah.
Is there any shout outs you want to give before we wrap up this here episode?
I want to give a shout out to Vic Firth Drumsticks for making me play drums for 13 years now.
Nice.
With your amazing sticks.
What's your favorite drum kit body? What are they? Who makes them?
My favorite. Who makes them? Well, my favorite brand is Tom on drums.
Okay.
I've been playing them. Well, actually, because when my first drum kit I got, I asked my parents for this one black drum kit I saw on Craigslist.
Yeah.
And I gave them the very specific link to the thing and everything. But instead they kind of one upped it and got me a Tama drum set for Christmas. Like a whole brand new,
like a full kit
and everything. New cymbals, new hardware, everything. And ever since then I fell in love with Tama drums, and now I have a new Tama drum kit.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have that new kit that's it's super pretty.
So pretty. It's a nice antique brown.
Yeah, it's that antique brown that really just makes it it's got a feel to it.
Yeah, it really gives it character.
Right on. I was gonna ask, and then cymbals.
Cymbals, Zildjian cymbals all the way.
So that's how you say it. I wasn't gonna ask. I was like, oh, is this a Zildjian?
I didn't know how to say it for the first 3 years I played them.
I want the Z ones. What are they? The Zijep?
It starts with Z, ends with N. But yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, kid. All right. Well, this has been an episode of Get Brendan on the Air. We are going to have more with Matt because I want to get your band eventually. When we have the ability to move my recordings mobile, I would like to get your band on an interview.
In a bigger space.
Yeah, well, we can fit them all in the bed.
Oh, we can.
We can have a cuddle
It'll
sesh.
be a little hot. I mean, it's a little hot right now.
It's really hot.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm kind of sweating.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm going to turn the air conditioner on. This has been Get Brendan on the radio. I hope you enjoyed this episode with Matt. We're going to post links to the Spotify for his bands and his web pages and everything else on the link below. Comment, share, and we'll see you here next time.
Adios.